post-Tusculum, 66-36. I'm Adam Cavalier, now joined by Carson-Newman Football coach Ken Sparks. Coach Sparks, 66-36, you pick up the victory. What was the key to success in a dominating victory over the Pioneers?
Well, Adam, I'm not sure it was dominating. I never did feel the domination effect inside of me, and you know, it was a struggle the whole day. Our limitations showed up a lot of times, but anytime you don't punt, you have to feel pretty good about it if you don't fumble every time, and we did fumble a couple of times that was very hurtful. I guess offense did once when it mattered, and then we fumbled late in the ball game, and then kickoff return we fumbled. But I'm excited about. We got some guys growing up. We really do. We got some guys growing up and not reacting. Not letting somebody else's actions dictate their reactions, and that was a pretty tough thing today. You know, starting off in the pregame when we got challenged in the pregame warm-up, and the ones I were concerned about was the OX players, coaches, and you know on the staff that get pretty. You know, they hadn't seen that happen too many times. They got pretty excited about it, and but it was a good. It was a good win, and both teams did a lot of things well, and both teams struggled at times, and so we're just excited about having a victory and grateful for some good things to come out of this to grow with, and hopefully maybe get some injured people back for next week and look a little bit more athletic than we did this week, and hopefully be able to get some things done.
You rushed the football 79 times for 563 yards. It's the second highest tally in Division II all season long. You have 3 players with more than 150 yards rushing. That's the first time that's happened since 1981. What was the key offensively today?
Well, I think Tusculum's got some people hurt and they're struggling a little bit defensively, and I think our guys, you know, we've got a good offensive line.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good about inserting their will, and I think many times today they were not to be denied, and I think they did a great job coming off the ball, and Brandon did a good job executing the offense, and those 2 little running backs, you know, they're beat up and banged up, but they just keep ripping. You know, Brandon Baker and Andy Hibbett, and they're just 2 winners, and that's all you can say about what they accomplished today. All 3 of those guys did a super job.
Hibbett's 161 yards, or a career high. Baker's 185, second highest tally in his career. You talk about them being hurt. How gutty of a performance did you have from them today?
Oh, super, because they knew they probably were going to have to go the distance, and so they had to play a whole lot of snaps, and that's a great thing too. The courage of our group of kids that are playing a whole lot of snaps. We're not very deep right now, and so they could very easily cower down. But this bunch won't cower down, and so that's exciting.
What's that mean to you as a coach that kids are buying in, not just to Carson-Newman football, but to the way of life that is Carson-Newman football?
Well, that's what it's all about. If we get that concept ingrained in our souls, and then we got a chance to not only make something out of our life, but we got a chance to honor God throughout eternity. And how can you beat that? I
don't think you can.
That's a big game.
Yeah, it is.
So you know, I think that's exactly what many of these kids are doing.
I apologize for not bringing it up yet, but how about Kurt Duncan? Only a school record 55-yard field goal today. Set back in Dal Shealy's day back in 1973 against East Tennessee State. What made you send your kicker out there for a 55-yarder?
Well, I just felt like it was the right thing to do, and I struggled a little bit with it. And they had a returner back there, and I looked up there to see who we had on PAT field goal, and we didn't have anybody up there that could tag him probably, and so I just was counting on Kurt to get a great kick, and boy, I would have I'd been mad at myself if I hadn't found out if he could do it or not, and he did it, and I tell you what, psychologically, that was a big moment in the football game, because that put us in at halftime celebrating it, put them in at halftime, kind of down. So that was huge. That was huge.
Not to mention,
that field goal was worth more than 3 points.
Yeah. Not to mention, the first time all season you have to get the football to start the second half.
Is that right?
How much did that play into that? You get the football.
Well, we knew that we had to score every time, and against Tusculum's offense, we felt like we needed to score every snap, every possession, and we did. Except we gave it away on kicking game twice, and outside of that, it was pretty good.
Coach Sparks, congratulations on the 66-36 victory. I know you didn't play it down, but not too shabby over Tusculum.
That was a good win, and we're grateful for it. We had 2 left, now we got 1 left, and we just got to do it as best we can.
Coach Sparks, always a pleasure. We'll talk to you after the Marshall game.
Thank you very much.
Carson-Newman